What's going on YouTube? I'm Andrew Crawford, the HC legend, your boy, the GOAT. Not the GOAT, but I look like a GOAT. Close enough, am I right? I think I'm right. And today on the channel, welcome to video number 3 of my top 10 favorite matches by my top 10 favorite wrestlers. I've done 10, I've done 9. I've done Triple H, I've done Rey Mysterio. Who's my 8th favorite wrestler of all time? Ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than the architect of the Shield, the Monday Night Messiah, the drip god, Seth freaking Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth is probably the most modern day wrestler on this list. He's the youngest in his career so far, at least in WWE, starting his career with WWE in 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. And since then, he has become the first ever NXT champion, a multi-time tag team champion, a 4-time world champion, a United States champion, an Intercontinental champion, Money in the Bank winner, and a Royal Rumble winner. This man has done everything, and there is a reason that he's one of my favorites, and it's honestly just, he can make any story he's given work, and I respect that in a wrestler. It's something beautiful, and it's something that don't get talked about enough. So, without further ado, let's get into my top 10 favorite Seth Rollins matches. In my first of maybe 3 Shield matches, I don't only have 3 matches with the Shield members, but I have 3 matches where the Shield was a team, and this is the first one. Number 10, The Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose versus Kane, Daniel Bryan, and Ryback at TLC 2012. This match was high-paced, fast energy, off rip. You know, this was the Shield's first main roster match. The Shield's theme hit, you know, and Kane, Bryan, and Ryback already in the ring. They get in the ring. They don't even get in the ring before their 3 opponents get out of the ring and start brawling with them. And, you know, if I had to pick an MVP of this match, I'd honestly pick Rollins or Ambrose, just because as far as the winning team goes, they took some of the scariest bumps. Like, there was one, Seth was climbing the ladder to get away from Ryback at the top of the stage. God knows what was going on over here. And, like, Ryback yeeted Rollins off of a ladder, and he crashed through tables, which actually, talking about physics, makes the impact hurt less, which is a good thing. But Rollins hit the back of his head on the edge of one of the tables and got a nasty concussion. The Shield did win. It was a great match. I absolutely loved it. And that's number 10. Honestly, that's probably in my top 10 favorite matches of any of the Shield members, just because you never forget your first main roster match, I feel like. And so, I just really like this match. Number 9. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus Randy Orton at Battleground. Was it Battleground or was it Payback? At Payback. It was Payback 15. It was for the WWE title. I love this match just because, bro, it was high. Again, I love, like, multi-man brawls in wrestling. They're so fun. And the Shield, like, the 3 Shield members triple powerbombed Orton, Roman, and Ambrose double powerbombed Rollins. Rollins still ended up retaining the title after the greatest cash-in of all time. And again, this match was just high energy from the jump. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I love my fair share of technical works of art, which I'll be getting into a little later in the video. But there's nothing better than mayhem, and this is one of those matches where it was full of mayhem. Number 8, Team SmackDown versus Team Raw Survivor Series 2016. This match featured, representing Raw, Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. On the SmackDown side, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and for some godforsaken reason, Shane McMahon. And again, I'm a sucker for huge multi-car car crashes. This was a 10-car pileup. This was chaos off it, and I loved it. And again, MVP of the match goes to Seth Rollins. He took some of the worst bumps. Aside from Shane McMahon, that mid-air spear from Roman just bam, knocks him clean. Ugh. But anyways, you had everything. Ambrose turns on SmackDown, the mini Shield reunion, the brawls between everyone. Again, Seth Rollins getting caught with an RKO out of midair. This was nearly an hour of high energy, high drama, and I love it. Number 7, Team Authority versus Team Cena, Survivor Series 2014. On the Authority, you had Seth Rollins, Rusev, Luke Harper, Mark Henry, and Kane. And on Team Cena, you had, obviously, Cena, you had Dolph Ziggler, you had Eric Rowan, you had The Big Show, and you had Ryback. Now, why do I love this match? Again, it was a long match. It was like 45 minutes, but it was fun. It was like, and it was a high stipulation, the Authority of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. If they lost, they were out of power. And the only one that could bring her back was Cena. They had a hard-fought match. Again, Rollins is actually not the MVP of this match. That goes to Dolph Ziggler. But it was a fun match. All 10 of these guys gave it their all, except Mark Henry. He got knocked out of the match in the first 20 seconds, and it was comedy because Triple H was over here firing up Mark Henry. Mark Henry turns, runs towards the Big Show. Big Show's pins him. And again, I love this match because I love mayhem. But the rest of these are more technical bouts, and that's chill. 6. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, SummerSlam 2016. This is a match where, first ever Universal Champion was going to be crowned. Big moment, big deal. I don't know about you all. I've never had a torn labrum. Finn Balor tore his labrum in this match, popped his shoulder back into place and said, "Screw it, let's go." So, Herculean efforts are always a good thing. Again, I love this match for the sheer fact that it wasn't chaos. It was just technical wrestling. It was a masterclass in what these guys do, which is professional wrestling. These guys were insanely talented, insanely good chemistry together, and I loved every second of this match. Again, Balor did win, but he also tore his labrum and kept going. And, there was a moment where he knew his shoulder was messed up because the cameraman was telling him, hold the title, hold it up with both hands. And Balor said, I can't get this arm up. So he just held it up like this. And then he said, try it. And so he, his shoulder literally popped as he was raising it up. So, he knew he tore it. He knew something was wrong with it. Respect to, again, both these men. It was an incredible match. And if you want to watch a wrestling match for wrestling alone, I would recommend this for my number 5 pick. Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Money in the Bank 2019. There's no recency bias here because, it happened 3 years ago. That's not too long, but it holds up. It is a beautiful match. It has all these crazy sequences of events. It has this just big match feel that we hadn't really felt the Universal title have since probably the fatal something way at SummerSlam, or maybe even the first ever time it was the champion was going to be crowned. And, you know, I love it, you know. You know, they finally made a world title feel special. And this was one of those moments where I didn't care who won. I just wanted a good match. And I got more than a good match. I got an all-time classic, in my opinion. For the payback match between the Shield and Evolution at Payback 2014. This is up there because this is number 4 for me, for the sole purpose of, again, it was chaotic, but this was a rare example of Triple H actually doing what his character claimed he was doing. He did what was best for business. He let what is arguably one of the most dominant stables since Evolution go over them clean as a whistle at every single match they had together. But this was an elimination match, no holds barred, anything goes. It was a clean sweep. It wasn't a gentleman's sweep. No one from the Shield got eliminated. To put it in basketball terms, this was a 4-0 sweep. Get the brooms, get them out of here. That's what that was. And it wasn't quick work, it wasn't light work, but boy was it a great match. Also, again, Shield won. Awesome match. Love it to death. 3. Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, WrestleMania 31. Again, a great technical bout by these two men. And if you ask me, this match was one of the many signs that Randy Orton had finally grew up a little bit, because Randy was excited to work with Seth, you know. This match was great, you know. This had the best RKO of all time. And they'd rehearsed this RKO, but they didn't get it. They had never got it. And Orton was like, "You want to do it?" Rollins was like, "I want to do it." And so Rollins went for the curb stomp. Orton kind of threw him up. Bam! RKO. It was such a match. It was one of those moments that you always remember in wrestling, and I love this match. So, Rollins Orton, number 3. Number 2, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. And I was torn here because I have one number 1 spot, and it's going to the match that I'm giving it to for a very strong reason. This has me torn. I could put their world title match at Money in the Bank 2015 because it was the exact same carnage and just hardcore style match with the risky spots, but it was for the world title. Or I could put their Hell in a Cell match in 2014 that wasn't as high stakes, but it was straight blood feud. Oh god, this is hard. You know what? I will give it to the Money in the Bank match. The match at Money in the Bank 2015, because again, it was for the title, it was a higher stakes, and it was just as hard-hitting and brutal as their Hell in a Cell match, if not a little bit more. And you know, I love this match because, again, it was such a compelling story of Rollins just, what do I gotta do to keep this lunatic away from me? And you know, it was the most unique ending to a world title match ever, because Rollins and Ambrose are both on the same side of the ladder, tugging at the belt, and they tear it down, but they both fall off the ladder, and Rollins is just holding on to it as he comes down. And I love that, and I love this match. Number 1, the Shield versus the New Day at Survivor Series of 2017. This match was a mix of technical excellence, hard-hitting affair, spot fest, and multi-man mayhem as you can get. The triple powerbomb from the middle rope, the spears between Roman and Big E, the aggression, and this is the only Survivor Series pay-per-view for me since they've been doing this that brand domination actually felt important, because the New Day and the Shield were making it feel important. And again, the Shield and the New Day, just all 6 of these guys had great chemistry. And since then, all of them have done amazing things in their career. Jon Moxley, AEW World Champion, or Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins, Universal Champion, and probably the greatest gimmick, just 180 of all time. Roman Reigns has been champion for going on 2 years. Xavier Woods won King of the Ring. Kofi Kingston becoming the first fully blooded black WWE champion, and Big E becoming WWE champion. And I believe that all of this momentum, except for Ambrose because that's in a completely different company, but these 5 guys, just all the momentum they've had, stems just strictly from this match, because this match showed that these guys can hang with anyone that you put in the ring with them, and I love this match. Those are my top 10 Seth Rollins matches. Probably a little controversial because he's had better on the roster, but this is my opinion. Sorry if we don't share an opinion. So there's that little aspect. Secondly, stay tuned for my next video, which will be my 7th favorite wrestler of all time, which will go to the first, now he's only the first, he's not the only anymore, Olympic gold medalist in pro wrestling history, Kurt Angle. That being said, again, I've got a lot I'm gonna be intending on doing on the channel. I've got this, I'm gonna rewatch Money in the Bank and kind of give you a stronger opinion on what I think of Theory, because right now I'm actually kind of liking it, just because I'm realizing WWE is building a new star. But again, I'll get into that when I make the video. And again, my SummerSlam vlog is 110%. I promise you, it will happen. And again, it's not gonna be a Jester vlog, so don't even get lit to see me meet Edge. Although if I do meet Edge, I'll cry. I will cry. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you watched, if you didn't watch, well, you're not gonna know I'm saying thank you, or you suck. So, with that being said, catch you later.